Wow, you really weren't kidding about a mountain of research, huh? You've got discoveries from the depths of space to, well, the depths of our own planet. All those big scientific breakthroughs of 2024.
Yeah, it's been an incredible year for science, that's for sure. Lots to dig into.
That's why we're here, right? For this deep dive, we're going to try to break down some of the biggest findings and see how they're changing our view of, well, everything. I mean, scientists might have actually seen galaxies being born. And get this, the Earth's inner core is doing some pretty weird stuff.
Definitely some head scratchers in there.
No.
But also some incredibly exciting stuff.
Absolutely. And luckily, we have you here, our expert, to help us sort through it all. So where should we even begin? I'm kind of geeking out over these telescope findings. Both James Webb and Hubble are showing that the universe, get this, is expanding at different speeds in different places. Now that just throws a wrench into everything we thought we knew, doesn't it?
It definitely challenges our current understanding of cosmology. Basically, different ways of measuring this expansion rate, something we call the Hubble constant, are giving us different answers. And that kind of throws a wrench into things, yeah.
Right. It just doesn't add up. So what does that even mean? Like, what are we missing here?
Well, it suggests that there might be gaps in our knowledge about how the universe expands and the role of dark energy, that mysterious force that's thought to be driving the accelerated expansion. It might be more complex than we initially thought.
Okay, so dark energy, always a bit of a wild card. And speaking of surprises, James Webb also detected carbon in the early universe. Like way earlier than anyone expected. Could that mean life might have popped up sooner than we thought too?
That's a really interesting question. Carbon is the backbone of life as we know it. And to find it so early in the universe's history, well, it suggests the right conditions for life might have existed much earlier than we ever imagined.
Mind-blowing, right? Like it totally shifts our perspective on the timeline of life in the cosmos.
Absolutely. It opens up all sorts of possibilities about what else might be out there.
Exactly. Makes you wonder what else we'll discover. And speaking of mind-blowing discoveries, James Webb might have actually caught a glimpse of the birth of 3 of the universe's first galaxies. I mean, how incredible is that?
It is pretty incredible. What we're seeing is the light from these galaxies as they were forming billions of years ago. It's taken that long for the light to reach us.
Billions of years, wow. So what can we actually learn from looking at these baby galaxies?
Well, by studying them, we can gain insights into the processes that drive galaxy formation and evolution over, these vast cosmic timescales. It helps us piece together the history of the universe.
It's like looking back in time. All right, let's shift gears for a second. Let's zoom in from the grand scale of the universe and land on our neighbor, Mars. You know those spider formations captured by that ESA spacecraft? They appear and disappear with the Martian seasons, which is pretty weird, right?
Yeah, they do look a bit alien, don't they? Almost creepy. But those spiders are actually a natural phenomenon. They form through the sublimation of carbon dioxide ice.
Sublimation, so like dry ice.
Exactly. So during the Martian spring, the sun warms the ice, causing it to transition directly from a solid to a gas. And as the gas escapes, it carves out these channels in the Martian surface, which we see as spider-like formations.
So it's like a Martian spring cleaning in a way. Okay, and for another change of scenery, let's come back to Earth, where paleontologists in the UK unearthed something truly massive, a marine reptile called Ichthyodon severnensis. It was a whopping 25 meters long.
You said it, massive. That's longer than 2 school buses parked end to end. It's officially the largest marine reptile we've ever discovered, beating the previous record holder, Shonisaurus siconensis.
So what does a creature that enormous tell us about life back then?
Well, the sheer size of Ichthyodon severnensis really says something about the ecosystem of that time. It implies a plentiful food supply and a complex food web to support such a gigantic creature. It's fascinating to imagine those ancient seas teeming with life large enough to feed such a behemoth.
It boggles the mind. Okay, one last stop on our deep dives. Let's journey from the vastness of space and ancient oceans to, well, the very heart of our own planet. Scientists have found that the Earth's inner core is slowing down its rotation, which sounds a bit ominous, I have to say. What's going on down there?
The Earth's core is an incredibly dynamic and complex system, and the slowing rotation of the inner core is a puzzle that scientists are still trying to solve. There are a few theories floating around.
Okay, lay them on me.
Some scientists believe it could be due to gravitational interactions between the inner core and the mantle. Others think changes in the magnetic field might be the culprit.
So is this something we should be worried about? Like, will our days get longer because of this?
While a slowing inner core rotation could theoretically make our days a tiny bit longer, the effect would be incredibly small. We're talking milliseconds over incredibly long periods.
Okay, so no need to adjust our calendars just yet. Phew. All right, one last discovery for today's deep dive, and this one takes us to Peru, where archaeologists stumbled upon a 700-year-old burial site. This one's a bit somber, though. The site contains the remains of 76 children and 2 adults who seem to have been sacrificed. What's particularly interesting is the presence of spondylus shells, which are often linked to fertility in the sea.
It is a somber discovery, but it gives us a glimpse into the practices of ancient civilizations. Those spondylus shells, they suggest that these individuals might not have been from the immediate area, perhaps coming from a coastal region. And their sacrifice, well, it was likely a ritualistic practice, maybe intended to appease the gods or ensure a good harvest.
It's a poignant reminder, of the long history of humanity and the vast diversity of our cultural practices. It's amazing how we've journeyed from the birth of galaxies to the depths of our own planet and back in time, all in one deep dive.
It's incredible, isn't it? And what strikes me is the interconnectedness of it all. From the composition of early galaxies giving us clues about the building blocks of life here on Earth, to those giant marine reptiles revealing the secrets of prehistoric ecosystems, and even the slowing rotation of our planet's core, reminding us of the constant change happening beneath our feet.
It really makes you wonder, what other scientific wonders await us out there in the vast universe and even right here on our own planet? Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll be back soon to uncover more mysteries and explore the ever-evolving world of science. Until then, keep those minds curious and stay tuned.
See you next time.
Bye for now.